Okay, for day 3 notes, it's about angle measurements, angles. So we'll learn many different things about angles. The first part should be a little bit of review here on the types of angles. So an angle is formed by 2 rays with a common endpoint. The common endpoint is called the vertex. Okay, so like right here, point B, that's your vertex. And we have ray BA and ray BC. The rays are called the sides. And then like in different things that we do, even down here at the bottom, they'll ask you to name the sides of an angle. So you would say ray BA, ray BC. Name an angle using 3 letters. The middle letter must always represent the vertex. Use a single letter if there is only one angle located at the vertex. When referring to the measure of an angle, use a lowercase m. Okay, so for this example, we would say the measure of angle. So you do a little angle. It looks like a less than, but you want to make this bottom part more flat. So measure of angle ABC is 60 degrees. Okay, so we would go with the point that's out here on the ray to the vertex back to the other point. Now, if there was no other angle like touching this one or adjacent to this one, then we would say the measure of angle B is 60, and we're still talking about this angle right here. Okay. Types of angles. Well, we have 4 basic types. So we have acute, which is less than 90 degrees. We have obtuse, and that is greater than 90 degrees. We have a right angle, which is 90 degrees, equal to 90. And then we have a straight angle. Okay, so the straight angle is 180 degrees. So down here in example 1 is asking us to name the vertex of the angle. So that would be a point, which is point K. The sides of the angles are the ray, or sorry, of the angle is 2 rays. And you start with the end point and keep going to where the arrow goes. It does matter how you write it, so always start with your end point. So ray KJ and ray KL. It says give 3 ways to name the angle. Okay, well the easiest way, since there's only one angle here, you can see here we have 2 angles and they share this ray. Here, just one angle. So the easiest way is to say angle K. The second way would say angle LKJ, or we can reverse it and go JKL. Now, you have to classify the angle. So to classify the angle, this would just be an obtuse angle, greater than 90. All right, in problem number 2, it says that they want you to name the vertex of angle 1. So here's angle 1. The vertex is point B. Okay. Name the sides of angle 2. So ray BD and ray BC. It has, write another name for angle 1. So that would be angle ABD. You could go angle DBA as well. It does only ask for one of them, but I want you to be able to see that there are 2 different ways you could write that, and that would still be okay. Okay. Write another name for angle 2. So we could go angle DBC or angle CBD. And then lastly, classify angle 1, and that would be acute. Okay, so this is kind of off of the notes, but up here we said that angle K was a possibility. Down here, if I said angle B was a possibility, I would not know what angle you are talking about. You could be talking about ABD or DBC. I don't know. So that's why we can't use one letter if we've got two angles sharing this ray here. It wouldn't work out. Okay. All right. Now, congruent angles. So congruent angles, if the measure of angle A is equal to the measure of angle B, then the angles are congruent. And this is written as the measure of angle A is congruent to the measure of angle B. Okay. Now, for angle bisector, the word bi means like two. So you're thinking of this as cut in half. Divide by 2. Make two pieces that are equal. So defining it is a ray. So an angle bisector is a ray that divides an angle into two congruent angles. If the diagram ray BD is an angle bisector, therefore angle ABD is congruent to angle DBC. So here, if this cuts it in half, then this angle and this angle are equal. Now, if you see those little arcs that are drawn in there, when you see those mean that it is congruent. Like these two angles are congruent to each other. So if this was 60, this is 60. That little mark just means equal to each other. So down here in example 2, it says using congruent angles, synchronized swimmers form angles with their bodies, as shown in the photo. If the measure of angle GHJ is 90 degrees, what is the measure of KLM? So I know it's kind of hard to see, but this is KLM, and this is GHJ. So if this right here is 90 degrees, and you can see that there's two little arcs on each one, then this is 90 degrees as well. Okay. Example 3, applying the information about angles. So write another name for angle CBF. We can say FBC. I do need to put the angle symbol in front. In part B, name the sides of angle EBD. So this one here. So BE and BD. Classify angle ABC. ABC is straight. Give an example of an obtuse angle. Okay, so I would say like right here, we can see that that's a right angle. So if I went here, a little bit further out, EBD, that would be an obtuse angle. And then it asks us to name two congruent angles. So we could say the two here with the little arcs that are matching, EBA, so angle EBA, and angle CBF. Those are both congruent. Okay, so we're just naming them or listing them. In part 2, Name the vertex of angle 2. So that is point T. Here's angle 2. Here's the vertex. Oh, I'll move it up a little bit. Okay, name the sides of angle 4. So TW and TZ. Write another name for angle 3. We could say UTZ. Angle UTZ. Remember, the vertex should always be in the middle of your list of letters. Okay, write another name for angle 1. So YTX. For letter E, classify angle YTW. So that would be 90. So that would be right. For F, angle YTU. So that whole thing would be obtuse. XTU. This would be acute. WTX. So this straight line is a straight angle. And then lastly, name an angle bisector. Okay, well, we know an angle bisector is a ray, first of all. Secondly, we have to have two congruent angles, and we do right here and here, angles 2 and angle 3. So that means that the angle bisector itself is ray TU.